Your path to simple. I'll cover what is simple, what you are, what you do, what you have, that we live in a world of words, that call words a dream doesn't change anything, why implementation is simplementation, and that never has there been more opportunity than now. If I told you getting to simple is quick, that would be like saying lose £100 quickly in February. You'd get discouraged quickly. Quick is the worst strategy for getting to simple. Simple is simple in concept only, but like all things simple, it is hard to understand. The journey to simple will get you from where you are to where you will be. It'll end only after what's preventing simple is eliminated. You mustn't understand simple any more than you must understand your smartphone, but you must begin. You'll find more recipes for simple than you can handle on the internet. If you're looking for one recipe that works instead, this recipe to simple is for you. Are you up for this? One last thing before we begin this journey to simple. What is simple? Simple is a word. If simple wasn't a word, how would you know it? We live in a world of words. Shakespeare said of roses that a rose by any other name would smell as sweet. This is also true for words. A word by any other name is a word including everything you have a word for. And call words a dream doesn't change anything. To arrive at simple, you must accept that you live in a world of words, and that when you call words a dream doesn't change anything. Simple is Latin pronounced in English. Had the inventors of English words translated simplus, all English word users would know it means onefold. Complicated is Latin pronounced in English. Had the inventors of English words translated complicatus, all English word users would know it means folded together. When you view your journey from birth to death as either simple or complicated, that's what it will be, a self-fulfilling prophecy. You is a word that describes what you are, what you do, and what you have. What you are, what you do, and what you have are three different stories. Entirely, you are 100% energy, 100% cells, 70% water, and 30% fire, air, earth. Don't worry if the math doesn't add up. It will in the end. You began long before words, as a cell that split itself into two. Your time before words consisted of the cell that made you from scratch, that knew what it wanted and that responded to what happened within and without, or you wouldn't be here. After the cell that made you from scratch, your time after words consisted of you showing up. You learned words about 1 to 6 years after you showed up. Average. Among the first words you learnt was you, which is when you realised that you is you, and embarked on this journey through the world of words. Afterwards, the first thing you do is you do respond to words within you and without you. You also do respond to your most pressing wants, 100% of the time, or you wouldn't be here. Because no response is also a response, you cannot not respond. When you realise that your words work, that they are unlimited, and that divine intervention is always available, will you continue to do the same old things, continue the same old journey, and wait for the same old miracles? Or will you begin using words you've never used before, do what you've never done before, and be inspired by the sun that gives light but doesn't suck light? Though you do respond 100% of the time might not be right, you might be absent-minded, or there won't be time to think. For these reasons and more, you need a response you can trust with your eyes closed, and a simple response you'll never have to think about. You do know that you do respond to your most pressing wants from within you and without you, 100% of the time, or you wouldn't be here. If you must think twice about what you want, it's a wish, not a want. And if it's more than one want, it's a shopping list. You also do know that a word by any other word is a word. The total number of English words is 69,700, of which 17,476 are currently in use. Because that's more words than you'll ever know, you use the same words over and over again. You also do breathe. And breathing demands that you make the right decision or make the wrong decisions right, 100% of the time. Every time you wake up breathing, you do decide if this is a problem or an opportunity. This decision alone impacts every other decision you'll ever make to the end of your days. You also do decide what you feel. If what you feel now is not what you want to feel, by the end of the day, feel the end of the day now. Talking about feelings is a poor substitute for feeling. Feeling is believing. The common mistake word users make with decisions is making the same decisions over and over again. That's hard, but when you do make your decisions once and for all, and keep your word, you can sit on your ass. You have a body and more ability than you know. Over 300 of them, according to some, but the only ability that matters is your ability to respond, also known as responsibility. Every other ability serves your ability to respond. When you grow your ability to respond, every other ability also grows too, at the same time. Never before has there been more opportunity than now. You can easily get distracted or get lost in it. Don't jump on passing opportunities like fleas jump on passing dogs. Don't let it happen to you. On your way to simple to keep it simple. Implementation is renamed to simplementation. To arrive at simple, you must auto-translate without thinking twice. Life into opportunity, problem into solution, and complicated into simple. At simple, a flat tire will still be a flat tire, but with a difference. You know what used to be a problem is now an opportunity. It may take time to get used to if your tires are new. To arrive at simple, you must also accept that a word by any other word is a word, and that it doesn't change words, that it only changes how you do respond to words. When you accept that the world we live in is a world of words, you change and the world changes too at the same time. Arriving at simple won't free you from having to deal with change because there's nothing so permanent as change. The secret of change is to focus your energy not on fighting the old but on building the new, said Socrates 2,500 years ago. You're all set to forget about life, problem and complicated. You're now ready to use opportunity, solution and simple instead. Exchanging words for other words doesn't mean you're playing with words. Though it may seem that way at first sight, your brain will know the difference. Change comes from using words you've never used before. On that I give you my word. Not one to cluck over unlaid eggs. I'm not saying you'll arrive at simple in a hurry. All I'm saying is if you stick with life opportunity, problem solution, and complicated simple for 21 days straight, means you're well on your way to simple. You don't have to believe it, but it's more fun when you do. To conclude your path to simple, here for you, your takeaways. Simple is a word that describes what you are, what you do, and what you have. You live in a world of words, and call words a dream doesn't change anything. You are 100% energy, 100% cells, 70% water, and 30% fire, air, earth. You do respond to words including your most pressing wants. You need a response you can trust with your eyes closed. You do know that you do respond 100% of the time. You do know what you want. You do know that a word by any other word is a word. You do decide. You do decide what you feel. You have a body and more ability than you know. Your ability to respond is the only ability that matters. Never before have there been more opportunity than now.